back to Macro Golf YouTube. So today's video, I'm going to show you what I believe is the best stretch for golfers. Now, we're never going to get everything done in one stretch. I'm not naive enough to think that. But to be honest, if we were going to try, then this would pretty much be my best attempt. So when we think about what you need to be working on as a golfer, it doesn't really change to what we want to be working on in general. So we want good mobility across the shoulders. This is going to be really important, especially in the golf swing, which is fine. We want to have good thoracic spine mobility. We want to have good stability across the lumbar spine. We want to have good mobility in the hips. We want to have good stability in the knees and then good mobility in the ankles. So taking it all the way through the body, we can work on most of these areas with this kind of extreme but very comprehensive stretch. So it's not going to be an easy stretch, it's not going to be enjoyable. I want you to spend 2 minutes on each side, and within that 2 minutes you're going to be doing different variations, and you can kind of go through each stage for around 20 to 30 seconds on each stage. So I've got a mat set up down here. So just to start off with, we basically going to come into what's pretty much a low lunge position. So from the side you can see it from here, we're coming into kind of like a deep low lunge. Now from here, what you're going to do is you're going to be getting a decent stretch on this hip flexor on the left hand side. So I've got my right foot forward, left foot back, and this will be a standard kind of hip flexor static end range stretch. What we're then going to do is we're going to take our hands down to the floor, and by doing that, you're then going to start to feel a stretch coming to the right hand side glute. So we're now taking two boxes, left hand hip flexor, right hand glute. So across that, our hips are pretty much being looked after. To take that even further, what I can do with this right knee, as I'm in this position, so I've got left hip flexor stretch on, right glute stretch on and down here, I can now start to manipulate this knee to improve that stretch. So one thing I can do is let this knee drop down over the toe. What that's going to do is start to get a decent stretch in my right hand calf, and then I can also drive this knee outwards, which is going to improve this mobility on the right hand glute. So now in this position, with my hands on the floor, I'm now getting a stretch on my left hip flexor, my right glute. I'm improving that with the kind of driving out of this knee, and I'm also getting a stretch on this right calf. So to take that even further, from this position, I can now lift this back leg off the ground. So from here, hands on, I can tuck my left toe under and lift this off the ground. Now from here, I'm getting a really extreme stretch coming into this left glute, into this left hip flexor. I'm squeezing this left glute, I'm squeezing the right glute and getting this stretch on, and then I'm rocking forward, getting this stretch on this right calf and driving this knee away. Now this is a lovely position to be in, and if you're tight, this is going to feel amazing. So you can just chill out in this position for a little bit. So I'd recommend kind of 20 to 30 seconds in this position. Now from there, you can stay in that position. So I'm in my initial position. I'm then going to drop my left hand a little bit wider. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm now going to start to push this right knee out and away from me. So it's going to really start to work on the mobility of this right ankle, and it's got to work on the mobility of this right hip. So I'm pushing this right knee away. Now I'm going to spend 20 to 30 seconds in this position as well, before finally bringing both hands over and hugging this right side. You're really going to feel that shift into this right glute now. And again, I can spend 20 to 30 seconds in this position. Second from last position, I can walk my hands all the way over to the left, still thinking about driving this right knee away, and now I'm thinking about pulling my belly button to the left. That's going to start to change the stretch in the left hand side. And then finally, to finish with the hands in the middle, I can start to get a little bit of this thoracic spine rotation as well. So I can bring this hand up and then come all the way around and root through the other side. So just to recap, starting in the low lunge position, get this stretch on, come forward, take the hands down, think about driving this right knee away, come up onto the toes. This is position of 1, 20 to 30 seconds here. Position 2, push the right knee away. Position 3, come over and hug the right leg. Position 4, pull the belly button out of the way to the left. And position 5, working on some thoracic rotation. So it's going to take you 2 to 2.5 minutes on each side, but I want you to repeat that on both legs. And now, when we take this through, when we think about all the areas that we hit in with this one stretch, I mean, to spend 5 minutes of your day working through this is going to work absolute wonders, especially if you've been sat down for long periods in the day and you just want to get up and get your body moving. Then to just spend 5 minutes, 2 minutes on each side, it's not asking a lot. In front of the TV, well, first thing you wake up in the morning, last thing at night, I honestly believe this is one of the best stretches for golfers, and it's only going to take you 5 minutes out of your day. I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, it'd be great if you hit the like button. Any questions on this stretch, drop it in the comments below. And as always, if you can subscribe to the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. See you in the next video.